Hi, what's up guys? So I've already started on the project, but wanted to show you how to go about doing it. I've left the cover off so you can see. So we're cutting a set of left-handed threads on a Vevor lathe. It'd be the same on a Harbor Freight lathe or any of these small Chinese lathes. So I've got to cut a 1.25 millimeter pitch. It's a M10 by 1.25, so I need a 40, 60, 50, 40 gear set. So I've swapped the original gears that were in it when it came with it out for a 40, 60, 50, 40. It takes a minute to do. It's not that difficult to do, it just takes a minute to do it, like 20 minutes probably. We're cutting a left-handed thread. I've already used a die to get this mirror mount adapter for this right-hand thread. Just ran a die up on it. So I've made me another blank like this, but the right-hand side mirror is lefty-loosey. Lefty-tighty, righty-loosey, left-hand thread. So we've got everything gear-wise to do that pitch. Like I said, I've already started. As you can see, this is the only 60-degree cutting tool I have. It has a very large radius on it. Hopefully you can see that. Larger than I definitely need, but we'll see if it works. So I made my first pass. I've got a really big undercut just to clear this tool back here. That's the only reason that's as big as it is. So we make a pass and you cannot disengage this. If you disengage this, you might be able to re-pick up the threads, but it's not going to be, this isn't anywhere near like a normal machine, a quality lathe. You don't have on this half nut lever, thread lever, you don't have a half nut dial to be able to lock back in at the same point every time. So just do not disengage the feed. We simply are going to run it in reverse to get back every time. And so that's what this looks like. So I've just made a pass and I unplugged it because my kids are running around here. So I had just made a pass and stopped, so we're just using the speed dial here, so we're not going to advance our cross slide at all. I don't have my compound set up on 30 degrees. It's not needed. If I was cutting metal and needed a better finish, sure, we would do that, but we're just cutting with both sides of the insert every pass, so we're not going to advance our cross slide at all since that last pass. And hopefully the camera's pointed in a good angle for you guys. And this gear ratio is a little stiff to get this carriage to move at such a large gear ratio. And then we're going to advance. I've been advancing 3, so that's a diameter of 6, and I went ahead and marked my end point because I had to step away. So just make sure you flip back to the forward speed knob, or speed forward direction anyway. Like so. Reverse. Back to forward. And I'm leaving myself on my last pass to just 1 thou, and hopefully it'll clean up the finish in the bottom a little bit. We'll see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So back to forward, spindle direction. Tried giving it a little more speed. I mean, they're full threads, but it doesn't look great. one more thou, back to forward. And then we're going to spring pass it at least once. I wonder what would happen if I put some oil on it with it being plastic, if it'd make the finish any better. I highly doubt it. Reverse spindle direction. Forward spindle direction and just spring pass it. And unfortunately for me, I have no 3 wires. I've got mics, but I do not have 3 wires to be able to check the pitch diameter against 3 wires. I do not have thread mics. I do not have, obviously, a comparator. There's nothing I can do to check these other than take it out of the lathe and try to thread it in. So we're going to make one more spring pass. I stopped a little short that time, but that is fine. You can hand spin the chuck. Sneak it a little further back. Go back to forward. Not going to advance the cross slide at all. One more spring pass. All right. Well, here goes nothing. Disengage. I had to take from my major diameter, I had to take 42 to 43 thou depth of cut as a diameter, so I took 22 per side because I'd rather these be a little loose and fit than not fit. That diameter is a little too big to clear the brake. Awesome. So I need to turn this OD down a little bit. I mean, if they're starting though, but I'm at an angle. Alright, I'll come back to you after I've tried that. Alright, as much as I would, I just ripped that off there real quick, because I didn't want to change this gear set until I knew it worked, and threads are a little tight. So as much as I would love to not have to chase these, I guess we're going to get to see if we can or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get over here kind of close, but not cutting. And we're going to be in forward. We're feeding to the right. And we're going to... Now we're feeding to the right. And we're going to lock in the half nut, or the threader, whatever. And then, because my compound is set squarely, I'm going to simply drive it into the thread to the best of my ability. Too bright. All right, we are in it. Now that we are in it, I'm going to reverse. Everything's still engaged. Get that out of the way before we have an accident. I'm actually just going to hand feed her back. This is either going to work or we're going to rip all of these threads off. Forward spindle direction, everything's engaged. Ha! Money! When I chase back, it does kind of rub on one side, so it could be deforming the threads a little bit. So this time, whenever I finish a cut, we're not going backwards. We're just going to finish. No cleanup pass. And I'm back to my 0, and we just kind of rubbed a little bit. Go backwards. Go forward, and I touched my material over here. Just my hand spin it. Make sure I'm off. And go 1, 2, 3 more thou. Forward spindle direction. And then I'm gonna try a little squirt of WD-40. Probably not gonna make a difference. We'll see. We'll feed in 2 more thou. So we went 5 thou deeper per side. That's 10 thou total. These should be undersized by a noticeable amount. All right. I contemplated leaving the thread and arm, but it don't matter because I'm taking the stock out of the chuck. Let's see if it fits. Ha! A little snug. Not nearly as snug as it was the first time. It's hard to tell if we're rubbing on the minor or on the major. My major should be good, and my minor should be undersized. Major's a little big. I guess we've displaced up some material. So I'm just going to sand the OD down. And see if she'll thread in then. Better. I'll be able to get her all the way down there. Maybe a little more sanding on the OD. It's hard to get a grip on it with WD-40 on my fingers and it being smooth plastic. Yep, still hitting on the OD. So I'm gonna file the OD down some more, and anyway, that's how you do it. It works. That's all I gotta say.